What's going on, guys? PDK Fifa here, and let's talk about marquee matchup predictions for the first week of November. So last week I didn't upload because I was feeling ill and I had a lot of work, and I didn't have enough time to make videos last week. But this week I'm going to release a schedule where I'm going to try and make 3 to 4 videos a week based on marquee matchups, certain squad builders, team of the week, etc. Or whatever you guys want to see. If you guys want to comment in the comments down below and let me know. So without further ado, let's get into the marquee matchups. So for the first one, we have Bayern versus Dortmund. Again, I don't think that this will get into the marquee matchups solely because we had a Bundesliga marquee matchups last week. It is a big derby, so it's a possibility that it might be in, but I doubt it a little bit. The next one that we might have, that we definitely are going to have most likely, is Liverpool versus Man City. Two of the top 2 teams in the PL battling out for first place. This is one of the biggest games of the weekend, and it could be a potential 6-pointer in the books there. Another one is Juventus versus Milan. They have a huge rivalry, and there haven't been many Serie A marquee matchups recently, so I believe that that is also a guaranteed lock. Next one, we go into the French league. We got Marseille versus Lyon. Again, a very, very contested and hot rivalry between them, and there's a potential of them getting in. Knowing EA, they might throw a few wrenches into the marquee matchups and have a couple of low-rated SBCs just to make sure the rewards aren't the greatest. So we have Derby versus Nottingham Forest. That's a huge derby in the championship, so that might be included as one of the 2 small matchups. Another one, which I don't see it happening, it's the AEK Athens versus Panathinaikos. It's a big rivalry, but EA doesn't really do any marquee matchups from rest of the world leagues usually. It's more of the main smaller leagues. Then we have another French marquee matchup as well in terms of Saint Etienne versus Nantes. That's also a pretty contested rivalry between them two. So that potentially could be in, or the Lyon-Marseille one could be in. And then we have a Denmark first versus second in FC Midtjylland versus Copenhagen. So in terms of investments for this week, I would strongly suggest picking up right mids, left mids, right backs, left backs from the BPL that are quick sell value. So say 400, 500, maybe even 700 coins, because they will go up in price to 1500, especially if the rewards are really good and the rating is somewhat high. You could invest in Bundesliga, but I wouldn't take the gamble on EA not including that into the marquee matchup. Again, with the Serie A, I would also invest heavily in left mids, right mids, left backs, and right backs, especially Italian ones, because they will go up in price. Besides that, you could potentially do the bronze pack method as well to grab a lot of bronzes for the marquee matchups by Thursday, but you can do that Wednesday night or even whenever you are going to. It's not, the bronze pack method works every single day, so I'm going to make a video on that, so stay tuned for that as well. So yeah, so my predictions is going to be the Liverpool-Man City game, Milan versus Juventus. I'm going to choose Lyon versus Marseille, and then we're going to go with the Denmark derby as well. Okay, so also this week we have the UCL marquee matchups, so let me just get that squad here. UCL. Alright, so in the UCL, we have Atalanta versus Man City. Lokomotiv versus Juventus, Chelsea versus Ajax, Bayern versus Atletico Madrid, Lyon versus Benfica, Dortmund versus Inter, Salzburg versus Napoli, and Galatasaray versus Real Madrid. So this is going to be pretty tough to predict very well. What I'm thinking is that EA don't repeat SBCs. So seeing the Chelsea versus Ajax, considering it was in last Champions League SBCs, I doubt that they're gonna put Chelsea versus Ajax again, and Madrid versus Galatasaray. So, and we've already had Inter and Bayern before. Inter and Dortmund before in the previous 2 weeks, I believe. So, what I'm thinking is that they're going to relatively choose different marquee matchups. So, I think they're going to choose Atletico Madrid versus Bayern and Benfica versus Lyon, or Juventus versus Lokomotiv. Again, it's really tough to say what they're going to do here based on the fact that there are a lot of matchups that were already put in the SPCs. So it all depends on EA. But for an investment tip in terms of the Champions League, usually with the Marquee Matchups Champions League, there's another SPC that they release that requires Champions League players. So getting the Champions League rares right now, they're extremely cheap. You can get some for 1,000 coins, 1,200, and they will probably rise to like 3,000 or 4,000 coins depending on the rewards of the SPC. And the non-rares are going for like 500, 700 coins. So I think it's a win-win in terms of investing. So that has been the Marquee Matchups video for this week. I'll be back either tomorrow or in 2 days to talk about the BPM method, and I will release the schedule around that time as well. So again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys later.